So, guys, guess what happened this week? I was looking on LinkedIn one day and just checking out the scroll and the feed and trying to stay up on construction technology. As we know, Twitter and LinkedIn's a great resource for us, and we go to a lot of great websites like Construction Dive and others. I scrolled across Brett Settles. He's the VDC technical director for Revizto, and I saw something that blew my mind. He had 2D, 3D, and Real D all on top of one another. James, hyperbottling to the now real level of having an as-built scan. He worked with Matterport, but he's also been working with Leica. He's taking OBJs and has an OBJ connection into Revizto that allows you to, okay, look at my section of this mechanical room, look at the 3D model and how it was designed, and then let's do a scan with Matterport in this case and an OBJ and overlaid all three levels in a single model. I mean, it blew my mind. I started thinking about the workflows and use cases of this. I mean, Revizto works on an iPad. We start getting this type of information out to the field. We consolidate our views. We teach some of the foremen how to use this, and we can start to have better discussions and understanding where we are, that maybe we see something that we didn't see during BIM coordination, which happens often. Sometimes we don't get the most up-to-date architectural model. And now that that corridor has moved down from 4'10" to 4'4", that we pick that up very quickly, that they can go in and measure it and see that, oh no, what's going on here? This duct is shifted over. Not really. The duct is not shifted over 6 inches. The wall was shifted over 6 inches. And now we've lost that 6 inches in this space. Let's start thinking about this right now before we start running the sprinkler system and everything else that goes into this space. I love this video. Buck, have you had a chance to see this yet?
I haven't, man, but this is really, really cool. I could completely agree with you. Being able to overlay that in the OBJ file type, it brings so much value. I mean, you're just looking at this video right now, seeing what's modeled with what's existing, and being able to find routes and other conflicts that could come up way before. This was a huge deal if I had had this when I was at Balfour doing coordination.
What about you, Matt? What do you think of having the ability to look at the actual section with all the details, overlay over the model and the reality?
Well, what I love about it is it's intuitive to understand how then the reality fits with the model itself, and then it looks like there's some nice ways to do notation and really start tagging some information in there. So assuming the workflow feels good to the end user, I do like the way it pulls it all together.
Yeah, and they have the issue tracking laid over the top of that so that someone can just detect that and communicate it with everyone in real time. So look, and the cool thing about this, James, it's not a point cloud. It's taking it and turning all that. So from like a cyclone, it's turning it into a mesh. So it's keeping it cleaner and smaller and easier to process it. So it's not a point cloud. It turns it into a mesh.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's a true hypermodel, isn't it?
Now that's a hypermodel to the next level of actually capturing real world conditions.
Yeah,
cool stuff. I'm excited to see more of that. So that's a great use case of how we can leverage reality capture in ways that I think it's going to have tremendous impact to the industry.